Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the
What's up, everybody? It's your girl T from Adventures of Spirit.
And
welcome.
No, it's Pretty Timmy time.
Why you interrupt my introduction? I wasn't finished yet.
I thought you were.
I was not finished
It took
yet.
too long. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing?
See how he treat me, y'all? That's okay, though. That's okay.
I ain't cutting no damn wheels tonight.
That's right. No, you're going to sit here and you're
time.
going to be chilling. That's what you're going to be doing, and we're going to be chit-chatting. That's what we're doing.
Cup.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to TNT Connection Live tonight. Tonight we have a series of guests, and we will be discussing, so you want to start a YouTube channel. And I just thought this would be a good thing to bring on just a few. Of course, if I brought in everybody who would have information, it would be, I couldn't have enough squares on this screen. However, there was reasons that I picked certain individuals. A lot of it had to do with evolving, changes, adding some unique things that they do, as well as just getting to know some of the channels a little better in terms of where they started with YouTube, and how what the thoughts was in terms of getting started. That's the part. We see what has evolved since they've been on, but what were some of the thoughts before they even started? What got them started? What was some of the kinks, and just some of the behind the scenes thinking, to also help others who are trying to start their YouTube channel and things to consider. So with that said, you got anything else, Timmy, before I say hey to the crowd?
No.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so let's see who we got in the house. All right, we got House of X. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Happy Tuesday. We got Maritas. How are you doing this evening? Thank you for coming in. Of course, we got our panel member, Controversial Cruising. They're saying hello to everyone. We also have Carnival Cruise Addicts. They'll be coming out and joining us as well. And Scott and Carnival Cruise Addicts, let me tell you something. Y'all are just, okay, I'm not going to play my music till I get y'all up on the screen. So I'm going to come back to y'all. I tell y'all, they always doing stuff. TJ Destinations, welcome in. Thank you for being here. All right, who else do we have in the house tonight? We got Daryl, DT Cruiser. How you doing, Daryl? How's everything going? We got Kimberly in the house. Good evening. That's a new name I haven't seen. Kimberly, welcome in if it's your first time. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you will get some information from this live. We got Danny from Danny D, the Spectacular Supporter. Thank you, Danny D. Thank you for being here. We got Tater Dom in the house. Thank you for being here, Tater. Let me see who else we have. All right. We got Rod. Rod, what are you doing in the chat? Okay, you here behind stage. All right, we're going to bring Rod to the stage as well. He's also on the panel. Good evening. Good evening. All right, who else we got? We also got Team Reach Travels who's also on the panel, and she's in the house, her and Ray. All right, lovely Monday. We got Catron Culture in the house. Hey, Catron, how you doing this evening? We got Elisa in the house. Hey, Elisa, how's everything going this evening?
What up, what up?
We got Edna in the house. Hey, Edna, how's it going? How's it going? We got Dre and Michelle. How are you doing? Where your invite? You be tripping. Be quiet, Dre. Ain't nobody tripping. You coming. I got so much more stuff. Look, we not dead over here. We still going. There's some more days in our life. Hey, Eddie, how you doing? Yo, Brooklyn in the house. Hey, Eddie, how you doing? All right, BK in the house. All right, let's see. All right, I am down to, nope, not yet. Ooh, Marjorie. Hey, Marjorie, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. We got Archie. Thank you. What did Archie be talking about? Let me see. Who else? Yasmin, how you doing, Yasmin? Welcome for coming. Thank you for coming in. Good evening to you as well. Liam, hey Liam, how's it going? Thank you for coming in. Let's see what else we got. We got Beach Sand Bourbon in the house. Hey Bourbon fam, how's it going with you? Thank you for coming on in. We got YFC in the house. Hey YFC, hey Keith Shelton, what's up? And I think I am down to the bottom of the screen. All right, down to the bottom of the chat. Hold on one second. Let me take this off the screen. Now it's time to bring up our guest for tonight. Our first guest, and actually this is not going in any particular order. I'm gonna go in alphabetical order. How about let's go in alphabetical order? All right. So first up, we have Carnival Cruise Addicts. I'm sure all of you know Liz and Chris. Hey, Liz and Chris. Hold up. Wait, I'm slacking. Hold on a second. Hold on. There we go. All right. Chris, Liz, Carnival Cruise Addicts. How are y'all doing this evening?
We are doing fantastic. How are you?
We're doing good. Let's bring up the rest of the panel. We got Controversial Cruising. We got Scott in the house. Hey, Scott, how's it going?
It's going great. Hello, Tanya and Timmy and Chris and Liz. How are you guys doing?
All right. Next up, we got Meat and I in the house. How are y'all doing? Welcome in. All right. How's everything going with y'all?
Doing good. We dressed up for the occasion and everything.
Okay. Meat and I, how you doing? Oh, you on mute.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I'm sorry. We had a whole conversation backstage. It was like that.
It's all right. I saw mouths moving. I just ain't hear anything.
Yeah, we doing good. We tired, blessed, happy, excited, everything. We ain't been on the panel in a minute, so we up here with some superstars and legends. We got Scott and Liz and everybody, man. Chris.
We can't complain.
Yeah, we happy.
Hey. All right. Well, I promise I won't keep y'all long this evening. Okay, we got Rod in the house. Hey, Rod, how you doing? Rod from Point Blank Travel, Point Blank Experience, PBT, Rod, Arkansas, all of that.
What's up, Tanya and Timmy, Liz and Chris, Scott, Anwar and me? Glad to be here. Glad to be part of this panel. And I just want to thank Tanya and Timmy for thinking enough for me to even invite me to this. So thank y'all.
Come on.
That's right.
Won't he do it?
Thank you. All right. And we got T and Ray with Team Reach Travel.
Hey, what's going on? What's up, chat? What's up, panel? Timmy and Tanya, how you guys doing?
Doing good. How's it going with you all? Oh, you gonna change your shirt?
I had the shirt on. Okay, I had to represent the family, you know.
She threw my shirt in my face. Said, "Get your shirt on."
I did. I threw it. Ray ran in the house. I was like, "Here, put your shirt on. Let's go." Good evening, y'all.
How y'all doing?
I thank all of you for coming this evening. And my whole purpose of this one was actually to get some thoughts on, some of you I have interviewed, some I have not. And during those interviews, it was more about your journey while you're in YouTube. But this one here is mainly about what some people may need to know and things to consider when starting your YouTube. So before you even got there, before you bought your first camera, or before you put your first put your video up, what was, things that are going through your mind. So basically, in starting a YouTube channel, some of the thoughts most people think are, well, what am I going to do? And am I going to show my face? Am I not going to show my face? Who's going to look? Am I going to go live? Am I going to be on video? Am I going to vlog? And what am I going to do? Am I going to cook? Am I going to just talk? Am I going to be a talking head? But the thing is, most of your channels, all of you is very unique, and I watch all of you. And I've even, went back to some of the earlier days with some of you. But some of you have so many videos and been on for a while that I just haven't had time to look at every single last one of them. But it just intrigued me. That's why I chose this particular panel this evening. There's a lot of variations, a lot of diversity in the actual, from the beginning of the YouTube up to where we are now, from people that's been in it for some years versus people that's been in it for just a couple of years. Okay. So with that stated, my first question is, what were your top 5 thoughts before starting your channel? Like, what said, let's do this? And when you did say, let's do this, what was the top 5 things in your head in order of, okay, let's get this started? And I'll start it off with just basically one of the blocks. So Chris and Liz, what about you?
I don't like being on camera, so I never wanted to do this.
She did not.
But we love cruising, and obviously we love Carnival Cruise, and we have been cruising since '99. During the pandemic, we started watching all these cruise content creators, and Chris is like, let's do this. We could do this. We could do this. And I'm like, oh no, I think it'll become like a job, right? And he's like, oh no, I'll help.
I don't help much.
No.
But the whole point of starting it was to just share our experience, share what we've learned, because we've been on 50-something cruises. And when she started watching them during the pandemic and watching everybody sharing their information, and I wish we had that information. So that's kind of why we started to share that.
Yeah, and I think so. Like you say, 5 thoughts. Like I think you have to be passionate about the topic.
Yep.
Right. You have to be knowledgeable about the topic. You have to give your point of view. You have to come with a unique perspective that other channels don't. Everybody does the same thing, but it's different, right? Bring something different and unique, and
have fun.
Have fun.
That's the whole thing for me on the channel, is to have fun. So I'll come home from work and Liz is like, oh, we have to shoot a yakety. And we're like, crap. But the end game is still fun. So yeah, sharing that information, having fun is really what we enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Scott, one second. Before Liz and Chris, just want to thank you. All right. Thank you, Chris and Liz. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. And now next up is Scott. And Scott, before you start, I'm going to give you your thank you as well.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for the support. Well, Scott, what were your top 5 thoughts? Because you do everything on your channel. Okay, you are a host, you are a game show host, you collaborator, podcast, interviewer, vlogger. What else is there? Anything else? But it's just awesome, just the diversity of your channel here. So what were your top 5 thoughts? And based on what you're doing today, did any of those thoughts even come up in the beginning?
Well, first of all, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. It took a while to get to where I am now. I don't think I necessarily had any thoughts because I never had intended on making a YouTube channel like I think most people say. But in life, I am a people pleaser and I'm a problem solver, right? And the one thing that I also really love, here's my passion, is taking first-time cruisers that are close to me, my friends and family, on a cruise and through a cruise experience and seeing them light up and seeing them go, oh my God, we're staying on that for the next 5 days. Like that really, really, really lights me up. And in 2023, I went on the Sunshine with one of my buddies, Aaron, who actually lives right across the street from me. And I had a whole bunch of people keep on asking me about this cruising. You go on so many cruises. The first cruise I was ever on, I was 1 or 2 years old. Obviously, I didn't book it. My parents booked it, but that was a thing, right? And as I grew up, it was either Ocean City, Maryland, because I'm originally from New York, or it was a cruise, right? So I started to fall in love with cruising really young. Now, obviously, the college age kind of rips you away from that because you're just poor and you're going through college and doing all that. But as I am in my mid-30s and got into my early 30s, I said, you know, hey, I really like taking my friends on cruises. And I said, now here's a way to show my friends and family that keep on asking, hey, talk to me about Bimini. I'm going to Bimini. Talk to me about Bermuda. I'm going to Bermuda, X, Y, and Z. Now I have a way to actually show them and say, hey, I went with my buddy Keone. I went with my buddy Andrew. I went with my buddy Aaron. Here's some videos and here's some chronicles. So I really never had intended it to be anything more than that. And then I guess the personality in me just came out and I said, you want to know what? No, I can do this. And I've always wanted to be a cruise director. Always should have started that cruise directing path. And I said, you know, I can take this channel and I can make it feel like I am a cruise director. I'm your on land cruise director, right? So that's why I have the Sea Wave Lounge, and that's why now I bring you in and I paint this experience for you because I do have a background in social media. So I know about social media, I know about how to be on camera and things like that. So I just brought forth the personality, and I really never had any thoughts other than, hey, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, right? You're not gonna half butt this. Second of all, there's always got to be passion. Absolutely always has to be passion, right? You have to have fun because at the end of the day, even if you're monetized or you're not monetized, if this isn't fun, it's not for you, right? Maybe just watching channels, right? That's how I started. I started watching channels and I started falling in love with, all the channels on this panel, some of them that are in the chat. Then I kind of learned a little bit how to gear my own channel, right? So, but you got to have fun. You got to have fun. And then, honestly, it's just kind of entertaining and telling a story. You have to have a little bit of both, right? Some people you find have a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more, it's a fine balance in between both. And some people can teeter one way or the other on the seesaw. So those were really only my thoughts. And then I said, hey, put your foot in the gas and let's do this thing. So
all right, okay, I hear you. All right, Meet and I.
Number
one.
Yeah, both.
Number one. Should we?
Right. That was our first goal. We started our channel 1997, right? No, hell no. 2017.
I'm about to say, what?
2017, 2018.
Yeah, I'm like, look, you put the wrong year on your
right.
Your
2017, 2018 is when we started, and they lied dormant for like almost a year. Mm-hmm. And so our purpose for us was to try to be some type of positive representation for people who's going through or contemplating going through weight loss surgery. Mm-hmm. And so we didn't know anybody outside of like 2 people who had weight loss surgery. We just knew that, people were dogging people out for being lazy and fat and, all the type of stuff. So we just wanted to showcase our journey. We didn't know what that journey would be, where it would take us to. There was nobody in 2017, 18 that we can call on, look onto in this subject matter. There's nobody for us to text and get advice from. And we knew one person who she had maybe like 5,000 subscribers. Mm-hmm. And Kat. and she pretty much like, drop a video, dude, drop a video. And then one day she texted me like, either you drop a video today or I'm gonna unsubscribe to you now. And so that night, me and me went outside and uploaded our first video. We didn't know what we were saying. It had no intro.
You can see
it's completely, but it got it done. Our second video was at some type of function meeting, and we did the second video in like a back office with no one that was there, like a old gym or something. And so we just said, know what, let's just drop them and see where it go. We didn't know anything about 1,000 subscribers. We didn't know anything about being monetized. We didn't know a damn thing about memberships. We didn't know anything about merch. We didn't know anything about anything. All we know is we're gonna drop these videos, and whatever it's gonna lead us to, it's gonna lead us to. We didn't even think getting monetized was even possible till Trap Vision got monetized.
We had thoughts, but not that many thoughts. We
right.
It was like, let's roll with it.
And half of the supporters that we had left, so we was alone. It was literally just me and my mother for like the longest time. So I don't have 5 thoughts for because we literally just wanted to.
We had 3.
Just like, should we do this? Because should we tell our business, put it out there?
Yeah.
Because again, it was such a negative stigma about people who have weight loss surgery. Like, should we do this? And once we started doing it, everybody started wanting to give us gym memberships, and everybody want to give us weight loss shakes, and everybody want to do this, trying to help. I'm like, when we was eating 5 pizzas and 30 wings, you said nothing, and now we're trying to go through this, and now you want to. So we definitely questioned whether we should go through this process or not. So that was our biggest thing, just doubting. So the first thing would be doubt. Should we go through with this process? The second thing was, how do we go about this? Because again, we had iPhone. I don't think we even had iPhone back in 2017. If it was, probably the iPhone too. Yeah, we didn't know how to work it. We didn't know anything about iMovie. And
that's why our videos look like that.
And then the third thing would be just, keep going. Every video, we try to make it better. Whatever that better, we didn't know. There was no guideline that we could follow up to or
it was
playbook.
Like, it was like we didn't care about the people that came to watch it. We just critiqued ourselves. It was like self-critique.
So in college, me did hair, and throughout high school and college, I cut hair. So I was a barber, she was a beautician, and so I just kept fading until I got the ideal fade that I was looking for. She did hair till she got, and that's what we did. We just kept doing videos until it got to that desired template that we, the early stages of what we have now.
Do y'all look? You cut your own hair?
No, I can't. I don't. No, that's they got people called barbers, Tanya. That
I know that, but still, like there's men that cut their own hair.
Beards, goatees, but as far as fade, I'm left-handed, so it's kind of. Okay. I'd rather pay the little $60 and let someone just go ahead and do it.
Okay. Meat, what about you? Because your hair always nice. Oh. Do you retwist them yourself or?
Yeah. It takes a lot of. I've probably been to a loctician maybe twice this year, so I kind of just maintenance it myself.
Okay.
We're gonna get it.
Except for like
the Me Now Award recording, and
I don't feel like doing it all the time.
The reconnect and see. Outside that, no.
Oh God. Okay. Well, Team Reach Travels. What were your top 5 thoughts?
Man, kind of similar to meeting Anwar. I don't know if we had 5 thoughts because we really just jumped right into this thing. We didn't know nothing about monetization. We didn't know nothing about getting how many subscribers we needed. We just knew we had a passion for travel. Mm-hmm. We knew that travel enlightened something in our son, and we just wanted to encourage other people to travel with their kids. And so that's what made us really jump into it. That was one thing. And then the other thing, we had been looking for diversity. Like you mentioned diversity on the panel. We had been looking for diversity in the travel vlogs that we were looking for. And we weren't seeing it very much at that time. And it was like, well, we can't really be complaining about not seeing it if we ain't gonna get out there and show ourselves either. So that was probably the second thing that really occurs to us. Like, don't you can't complain about stuff. What you always say, and why don't complain if you ain't campaign. Like you got to do something about it. If you see a problem, fix it. Right. So that was the 2 main things. And then I think the third biggest thing for us was probably making sure that we represented ourselves in a way that was respectful. Anybody that watch our channel know that we are big on Jesus. We love the Lord, and we not gonna be out here just doing anything crazy. And just we want to make sure that the world can see that we can still have a good time. So,
Absolutely.
So that's probably the three. I don't know. You got two more, Ray?
Wow, thanks. Throw it to Ray.
Right.
On to you, Ray.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's just. I think it's really the representation thing for us, because we were, like Kiki said, we were looking for channels that had African American families or African American families with younger kids that were doing or traveling, but there were none.
Or if there was, it was a handful, like a very small amount.
I would just like to say that since there are 36 million channels with African American families with kids traveling, I just want to say with trendsetters, just throw it out there a little bit.
For trendsetting.
Trendset.
Throw that out there a little bit, because when nobody doing it like that. But no, anyways. But I think that I think it was really just having a representation and just being able to show you can have a good time. Like, we love to travel, we like to eat, and we like to travel. So those are our three.
Okay, all right. Mr. Rod, what were your top 5 thoughts? I mean, you got multiple channels, so did you? and since yours is more of a niche, I noticed that you had travel, but then it's finance. Which one was first? I didn't go all the way back to
Points Blank travel was first, and before I get into top 5, I tried finance on that channel and it didn't work. My credit people only wanted to see credit. They only wanted to know about points and miles. So I had to create a second channel for investing. And then one day I got a whim. I wanted to talk about football. Well, football didn't go with credit. It didn't go with investing. So I created a third channel so I could talk about whatever I wanted to talk about. So that's how that came about. But my 5 thoughts, if I had 5 things to tell people that's getting ready to start a YouTube channel, number one is patience. If you don't have patience, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it long. You got to be patient. And when I say patience, if you care, and I know two of the most, everybody up here is passionate about their channel, but that Anwar is extremely passionate about his channel, and you have to have patience because you're thinking about a lot of different things. If you just get up there and do whatever, you're not going to think about anything. You're probably not going to survive. Now, number 2 thing was I didn't want to get on there and just talk about anything. I wanted to help people. I wanted to help people get ahead, not in one day, not in 1 week, not in 1 month. It may take 5 years, it may take 6 months, whatever, but I wanted to help people. Number 3, I remember when I first came up with this idea, I was at work and I worked around a lot of 20-year-olds. And I said, man, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. And they just bust out laughing. They were like, Rod, get out of here. I was like, no, seriously. And they was like, come on, man. And I said, and then one young lady said, you're going to be you're going to be an influencer. I said, well, I don't know what all that is. I just know I'm about to start a YouTube channel and I'm going to help people. And so right there, it's okay. You ain't going to make it. You don't even know what influence is. Had I listened to them, I wouldn't be where I am today. Number 4, courage. When I first got in front of the camera, well, it wasn't in the camera. I got in front of a phone in my driveway. I did a 14-minute video. 4 years later, 5 years later, I still don't know what I was talking about. I was just rambling. I was just blah, 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 blah. I was all over the place. And it was, in my opinion, initially an epic fail, but it turned out to be something great because I built upon that video. I got better. And number 5, one of the biggest problems I had when I first started, I was watching a lot of content creators in the credit card or points and mile niche. And one of them was Asian. I tried that. That didn't work too well. One of them was British. I tried that. That didn't work well. So I would say, find your own identity. Be yourself. You can't be Tanya and Timmy. You can't be Liz and Chris. You can't be Scott. You can't be Ray and Kiki. You can't be Anwar and Meek. You can't be Rod. You have to be yourself. If yourself is dry, turn that dry into funny. I mean, people ask me all the time, how do you talk about credit and make it funny? You don't know how hard I worked to talk about credit to make it fun and funny, because credit gonna go one of three ways. You're not gonna have any. You're gonna have good credit. You're gonna have bad credit. That's it.
Right.
So I had to find a way to make the people engaged, and that's just the first channel. I'm not gonna get into other channels, and it's tough. But I can tell you right now, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So.
That is true. That is definitely true. Definitely. First video. And anybody can start. It doesn't matter. Whoever got the idea. Well, I mean, your first video, were you nervous? Were you was the lighting right? Was it the sound? Was it the background? Was it, you didn't know what to say? What was your experience that, or things that can help someone, these are the things you're gonna go through and it's okay. Because I can tell you, if you come across someone who's a perfectionist, they will take forever to do that one video versus just turning it on. They got to have the right setup, the right background, and the right microphone and the right everything. What was in terms of first video, first vlog, live? Right outside the house. That's the one I saw.
That's it.
Baby.
It was no thumbnail. It was just me and me.
No
it was hot. There was no thumbnail. It was sweating.
That's how
the whole time. Me kept saying, "Come on, drum roll. Let's speed this thing up." And like me, we stopped saying that in that first video. The whole video, me was rushing. It was hot. It was little gnats or something flying around outside. It was burning up again. Man. The lady said, "I'm gonna unsubscribe." And my daughter boyfriend at that time was in the house. You see his car in the background. Our car was like 3 cars in the driveway. And we had somebody, I don't know, it was Monty, probably somebody, because Monty was our first camera woman when we first got started. Like everywhere we went, we had Monty recording everything. And we literally just went outside and started recording. And then soon we got done, upload. And that was it. It was whatever YouTube picked for the thumbnail is what we had.
We do have a footage that came from that though, because that's why I could not get how the bell or
our notification bell that he kept saying something kept saying, and people kept laughing at it, whatever. So that's how that came about.
Yeah. So our first live was horrible.
Everything, but she's talking about the first video.
No, but it said first.
First live. I don't even remember our first live. Our first few live, it was literally 3 people, me, and my mother, and those 3 phones for the longest time. It was us sitting down on the floor. We had no tripods. It was just literally us in front of the couch on the floor, just rambling and talking. Nobody was in there. People may come in, people may come out. By this time, when we started to go live, again, when we were doing our weight loss process, again, it wasn't people that we knew doing that. So we didn't have a lot of followers, and people wasn't really going live about their weight loss, maybe working out. But it wasn't until we lost all the weight. After we had weight loss surgery, everyone that was nosy fell off. And so it was just me. It was people just being nosy, and they just want to see what we going to get sick. When Meek got sick after she had the surgery, people tuned back in to see what she going to die. And then when they found out she didn't die, they left again.
What the world?
And then it was just me and me. So
Anwar said, "Tell it like it is, man. You know what people was there for."
You know what it was.
I'm glad you didn't give the people what they wanted.
Okay, listen.
Right?
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, our first live was, we started the channel probably 2 weeks prior. And me and Liz had a couple of drinks, like we do. And I was like, "Hey, do you know how to go live?" And she's like, "I don't know."
I think it was at least a month or 2. Whatever.
It seems short enough. Like, "Do you know how to go live?" She's like, "I think so." And we figured it out. We went to the back porch and we just sat live on our back porch. And we're like, "Oh, who's watching us?" And then we had a second. And we're like, wait a minute. Somebody's watching us live? We're doing a live. We're doing a live, and somebody's here. And then it got to 2, 3, and I think it was maybe 3 or 4 people.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but it was so cool that we went live, and people are actually watching our dumbasses, and it was great. So,
I remember saying, I have no idea what I'm doing. Bear with me. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Right.
I don't know how to work the StreamYard thing. I
Right.
don't know what buttons to push. Anyway, but
it was super cool. It was so fun, and I mean, we enjoy it to this day. But that was our first live, if you will, and it was super cool. Our first vlog was Liz figuring out how to do everything, because as you all know on this channel, she does the channel. I'm just a pretty little mustache. It's just November. But yeah, no, this one runs the channel. She does everything, the editing, I do a lot of the videos, but she does everything else on the channel, quite frankly. And our first vlog was her taking pictures from our previous cruises and putting them in just a photo format
to music. I was very proud that I could put music on it.
So that was the start, and now we're both, quite frankly, addicted to it.
Yeah.
That was our first vlog too. It was us taking all the pictures and videos that we got on the Disney Fantasy and putting them together to music. And it's so bad we don't even count it as our first video no more. We like skip over it. We don't even count that one.
But do we count that one, or do we count when we was in the living room?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We started literally, our YouTube channel was literally supposed to start the week before Vegas shut down during the pandemic. We were on our way to Vegas, and 3 days before the hotel called, said, "Don't y'all come out here."
Yeah, shut down the whole strip.
Ain't nothing happening.
Yeah,
don't even try.
We were kickstarting our travel YouTube channel in March of 2020. So obviously we had to pivot a bit. So yeah, the first real official video that we actually recorded for the channel was sitting in our living room, in our dining room actually, and saying how our trip had got canceled and how much we love to cruise, and how, in a few months when this all blows over, this channel will be full of travel stuff, and then 2 years later we still wasn't going nowhere. So that's how we kickstarted Team Reach Travels. We ended up pivoting.
Look at you now. Look at us now.
Yep, that's how we got out.
All right.
My bad.
Scott, yours was a cruise.
Yeah, so my first video was a how to get to Junkanoo Beach from Carnival's port in Nassau. It was the old Nassau before they built it up, but it's still obviously the same way to get to Junkanoo. Here's the thing about first videos. It was great. No, actually really wasn't great. But the great thing about first videos is it gives you something to go back and feed your Vegas nerve, right? It gives you something to go back and go, wow, look at where I am now versus look at where I started. And it necessarily doesn't mean any more or any less than from when I put it up, right? But my intention was to try to help teach somebody get to the cruise port in Carnival to Junkanoo Beach, which is a free beach. Tell them a few things. Obviously, I didn't know all about electronic Bluetooth microphones, so there's wind and all that. It's bad, but you still have something to go back to, document, and say, hey, that was my first video, and here's my 97th. Look at all the things that I did in between. Like I had daily cruise news, which now I basically condensed down from daily into a weekend podcast. I don't know if anybody was following along on the journey, but it's kind of like a progressive thing. And I think you just have to get the first one out of your way and just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's important, because like even with this video, we didn't go back and change the thumbnail. I know a lot of people on YouTube go back in and add more hashtags and keywords into it. Change the thumbnail every 6 months. I'm like, no, I want people to see, like, we was trash. I didn't take it down. This is still up. Like, we keep, like, even I got clothes right now from before I had weight loss surgery. My biggest, I was a 6X shirt and size 60 pants. I still got some of them pants, just so I can say it, because I know I gained some of my weight back, but I'm up to like a 46 now, but still a long way from the size 60. But whenever I get down, I hold up the big ass pants like this, but like, see? This was you. Yeah. So I don't throw away stuff. I keep stuff. And again, sometimes we just go back and just look at how far we came, the people that's around us. that wasn't around us before. Look at the people that we have now. And sometimes like that helps keep you focused and say, you know what?
Yeah.
Knock it off.
Yep.
Keep going.
100%. 100%.
All right. What about equipment?
What equipment?
I hear laughter on that. So when I say equipment, I mean everything from lighting, the video, audio, background, ambiance. What you got?
I'll start that with Tanya. I think if you start a channel and going by a $500 or above camera, you're crazy. Start with your phone because you may not like it, and then you got 2 weeks to take it back to Best Buy. So you better hurry up. I mean, now I will tell you, I think equipment for me was one of the hardest things because I did 2 videos, no, probably 5 videos with my phone, and once I spelled the word trash with these 5 videos, I said I got to get a camera. I have to get one, and I researched, and I don't believe in going mediocre, so I started out with like an $800 Canon M50. And then I bought all these ring lights. And these ring lights, I was going through ring lights like crazy. I'm like, man, I'm spending $75 per ring light. I got to do something different. Like right now, if you ever look at me when I put my glasses on, one of the things that irritated me, I can't stand me. I don't care about nobody else. When the big old ring light is in my glasses. I mean, I'm sitting rid of it. Right now, my light is over here. My light is over there. There's no light directly on me.
Right.
No light behind me. And I said, man, I think I got this right. Well, okay, you got all the light right. You got the camera right. But what about the content? I mean, what about the content? What are you about to talk about? Okay, you got all this other stuff. But if I had to recommend to someone, I would say start slow, but don't shortchange yourself. If you know you got it, and everybody on this panel, I feel like have it, take some of that YouTube revenue once you start getting it and upgrade your equipment and get the best of the best, because the way you look, I've seen people that do videos that are fuzzy. I'll spend 28 seconds on that and I'm gone because I just can't stand it. I want to see clarity. I want to see professionalism. You don't have to spend a lot of money for professionalism, but I want to see it. And it's crazy, going back to what you just said, like my first video, be prepared, but don't be over prepared. Don't sit up there and try to create a video before you create a video. Just get on there and do it. And when I did my first one, I had birds chirping, people mowing the lawn. The sun was my light, so I didn't have to worry about that. But just like Anwar just said, build. You don't have to go back and change your thumbnail. Just build and get better and get better and get better and get better and get better. That's it. So,
okay.
I would agree, Liz. Like all the time, like when we first started, we were behind our bar and we didn't have lighting. We had spotlights, the can lights, and they were shining down on us, and we looked like creepy people. And Liz like, oh, we need to get this. And to Rod's point, we got ring light here, ring light here, ring light there, ring light there. And then, like, screw it. We'll take a spare room and we'll just make it the studio. And her whole thing is lighting. And she's 100% correct. You got to get that lighting right so you don't look weird.
So you don't look like creepy, like when you're on a campfire and you put the flashlight up. Yeah. But beyond that, like for me, so what I would say is for people starting a YouTube channel, use the equipment you have because it doesn't matter when to build, right? You got your phone, it doesn't matter. But for me, I like gadgets. So for me, it was any excuse to try a new camera. I went with the Insta360, then I went with the Hero, and now I've got a DJI Osmo, and like I love the gadgets. Yeah. But it really doesn't matter. Yeah. At the end of the day, as long as you have a decent phone, you're going to get good footage. Yeah. Right. You need a fast laptop that can keep up with the editing because that's the thing that we had to upgrade our laptop because I couldn't, if you have high quality footage, you can't low memory. You're not going to be able to edit.
Right. If you don't have the RAM to support it, like we bought a gaming laptop to support the thing, the YouTube channel, and we were putting up videos and it was like, it looked like Mr. Roboto, and it wasn't good, so we the chips, and so
Was
You
that
don't-
your Mr. Roboto? Yeah. Okay. But
You don't,
yes.
you don't have to spend $1 million.
My thing is when you start, just use what you have,
Yeah.
and then you'll figure out like what's important. We had crappy mics, then we upgraded. We had, and it like gets better and better as you evolve.
Yeah, you don't have to spend $1 million on stuff either, because none of us make $1 million doing this. You make a couple bucks a month, and that's the fun part. But yeah, just get something that sounds good, and just going back to what we said earlier, have fun doing it. That's the whole point of this, is to have a good time. And that's why we're still involved in this, because it's fun. We enjoy this. The fact that we are on here with Tanya and Timmy being interviewed is point of the that's the enjoyment part of this. This whole panel here is amazing, and we're super happy. So that's the fun part of why we started this channel, honestly.
I would love to talk to y'all about what you just said as far as the laptop, because me and me are always been, and we had people used to always ask us, how do I get started, or how do I do this? And me and me been team iPhones
day one.
From day one.
Mm-hmm.
We have not
Android.
Team iPhone. Split household here.
All 7,000 subscribers, almost 500,000 views came from our phone. Now today, shout out to your favorite Sheldon, your favorite couple. He was trying to get us to do a movie on our Mexico series when we went for her birthday. So I said, you know what? I'm off this week. Let me go and try to do this movie. And so, of course, because the iPhone suck, I can't keep so much footage on this phone. So I got to delete everything. So I had to go to the laptop, which isn't just a Dell, HP. No, this is it's Acer, whatever you pronounce this. So I went to the YouTube studios. I downloaded the videos, all 8 videos, including the channel Blessing. And I put it into this little app software editing thing that's built into this thing. I lined up all the movies. It took me 4 hours, and then some of the movies that I downloaded was cut off. It wouldn't do. I couldn't splice it. So I'm like, oh. So I finally said, no, let me try to do this from my phone. So I went to YouTube Studios, not the app, but the website. I guess you will. I don't know, like the browser part of it. And I was able. I had to stretch it out, but I see a download button. I download each video. It took me. How long did it take me to do this movie?
Probably not even 10 minutes. Like
it literally took me like 25 minutes to do it's a 2.5 hour movie, but I did everything from this phone. And I was sitting at this couch for about 4.5 hours trying to figure this out from my laptop, and it still didn't work. And I did everything from this phone. So more of the story. Trust your phone. Start off with your phone until you get comfortable. Like she said, she's a techie. And so if you like gadgets and stuff, then you can try to implement that, like Double Dutch, trying to add this into it, add maybe an iPad to it. But until then, figure out how to do an iMovie, figure out how to work out CapCut, figure out how to work out InShot, figure out how to do whatever, because this is what got us to where we at right now. We didn't have a ring light until her cousin came up to the house to do a photo shoot. Yeah. She said, "Oh, I got to go." Left her ring light.
I said, "Gotcha, thank you."
And now she keeps calling me.
Yoink!
But I would like to know, what mics do you all use? Because I really think that's something that we really need to upgrade. We bought some cheap mics from, I don't know where we got them from. I don't know if it was on Amazon or TikTok Shop, but I think based on the travel we do, I think we really need mics. So I would say mics and upgrading our laptop. But for now, our iPhones are perfect. Do us good.
I tell you what, Meat, I bought a Rode mic and I used it twice. And I was like, man, I'm tired of plugging this thing up, keeping it with it. I used the mic from my MacBook Pro. It's built into my computer. And it works well. I mean, I had this mic. I look professional. Like, I like when I see people with mics hanging out the sky, like Dre and Michelle, and looking like they're at the radio station. I love that. But
you see Ray and Kiki?
I mean, like,
yeah, Ray and Kiki. Yeah, look at them. They got the
shout out to Dre and Michelle.
But for an old cat like me, man, I'll be the forgot half the equipment. I'll be like, oh,
yeah, but I'm talking about like travel.
Less is better.
Travel.
Yeah, this is better for me.
DJI makes some pretty good mics. That's the camera she has. And they have a cute little thing, which I love, which I call Mr. Fuzzy. It's a little thing that plugs in there, and it takes out the wind noise when you're doing, anything outside, and you get that wind. And we've all watched the videos where like, hey, we're
it's horrible.
And you get to Mr. Fuzzy, and we did a live on our last cruise on the balcony, and we were in 35-mile-an-hour winds. And we're like, I'm sorry, guys, this is going to sound horrible. Everybody's like, it sounds great. I'm like, really? Because there's a piece of fur on the top of the microphone.
So you go to MrFuzzy.com or something?
No. She'll tell you. Here it is.
It's DJI mics. DJI.
Oh, okay.
So Scott, you have a bunch of mics.
Oh,
yeah.
There it is.
Is that the DJI mic?
No, these are little cheap ones off Amazon that actually work really, really well.
Okay.
So your travel.
We have some Syncos off
travel
Amazon
ones,
too that I think work pretty well.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the best mic, but the little Mr. Fuzzy that goes on there is the absolute genius of any microphone. You gotta have it. And
Mr. Fuzzy?
Mr. Fuzzy.
Oh.
Again,
all of that.
Oh my God.
Apparently these have those
involvement.
built in or something like that. But
The fuzzy, Mr. Fuzzy's built in.
Built in.
Mr. Fuzzy. I wish
All
we
of
had
the equipment stuff has been evolvement for us. Like we started off we bought a Canon, I think it was the EM50. We still got the same camera today. We walk around with the same. We just upgrade the mic every now and then. The ring light that we bought maybe a couple months after that is the same ring light that's sitting right in front of us right now. The only thing that we do as once we got monetized, we started thinking about, okay, what do we want to do next? And let's make it make sense. And let's make these purchases make sense because we're going to be using funds that we get in 2024. We knew we wanted to update the quality of our live stream. Yeah. So we put a lot of what we made into the live stream. We got with Dre and Michelle and said, hey, what kind of mics do you think we should get? What kind of setup we need? They helped us get this setup so that we could improve the quality of it. We upgraded the camera that we had.
This camera we found out about, we were in Vegas. We were at the, this is a Ryzen gaming camera. And I was standing in front of it. They have a Ryzen gaming store. And I was standing in front of it. I was like, I could see the pores on my face. I was like, oh, I got to get this camera.
Yeah, Ray can't pass up a good gadget either.
So this camera is that. I really want to do a phone rig that has the cage, and you can put the microphone on it. You can put the light on the side. You can hold the cage. You could put an extended extended hard drive on the back of it that connects to the phone. So as you're shooting, you could do that. You can add on a filter lens onto it, all kind of stuff. And so I've priced it out. And so we got to keep doing this YouTube thing.
Do this for a while for that.
keep it grinding.
Ray is the gadget guy. I'm good with what we got.
Yeah, and they have it, but they have it for iPhones and Android phones. But it's a camera rig, but you can put 4 or 5 different things on it, and it looks like almost a professional camera setup by the time you get done with it. But you have the microphone, the hard drive, everything on it that you need. You could put a mini terabyte hard drive on the back of it, just magnetic, and then take that cord, put it into the phone, just all kind of stuff.
Oh,
so I've been seeing
that link, right?
Right.
I gotta find it, but you could do that.
Ray and Big Dre, because they know how to hook it up. Me, you think I'm kidding? Here go my microphone.
There you go. There you go. Even like travel mics.
We still have ours, huh?
Look how long the cord is, y'all.
He got it right. He got it.
That's a studio mic.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
wow.
should be recording soundtracks now too.
I have a podcast. I don't talk about it, but it gives me that echo, that robotic sound, like
Okay.
Dre be sounding, hey, but
Yeah.
I ain't got time for all that, man.
Man,
You see,
the
I
travel
went
mics,
there
we
to
just
live
bought
with
them
one guy.
2 months ago, man. We bought them travel mics for the Meet Night cruise. That's the first time in all these years that we decided to go and buy some travel mics. And I'm with Rod. I like them. But man, you got to remember to charge them. You got to remember to keep them, keep your receiver on, or else you're going to lose something. Like, it's a lot to keep up with. But I like them. But it's another added something for me to have to remember when we already got enough somethings to have to remember when we're trying to vlog.
It's a learned behavior because y'all mess around and spend all this money and all this equipment and something as small as charging them.
Yeah.
You know, like me last year, this time last year, we got invited to an independent filmmaker. He out of Tampa, but he make movies here in Atlanta. He invited me and me to his movie premiere to do the red carpet, talk to celebrities. So of course, me and me like, yeah, we can do it. So we get there and we had the little mic with the Mr. Fuzzy, had a little fuzzy top to it, and we interviewing people. And we went back and it was like,
oh no!
Had the interview was no, like I'm talking about.
That's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
Like that boy Funny and all these other YouTube influencers. We talked to everybody, and half of the conversation we couldn't hear it, or
I was like,
I'm like, know what?
If we don't have a mic, we can't do it.
So that's okay. Like we got to either get a real mic, but sometimes the little thing, I'm like, see, mess around, try to do something different. We should have stayed what we've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind when y'all try to buy equipment. If you don't know how to work that equipment,
Liz says it all the time. It's like she goes, I feel like everything we do every day is to charge.
No.
Something.
All we do is charge things. That's all we do.
You gotta
all
charge
day,
your phone
every day.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. I just want a table where I can just put everything down and it charges, and I don't have to worry about it.
And you know what? I was doing a meeting I live the other day, man, and I looked at everything, but I forgot to look at the percentage on my laptop, and I had y'all had this thing, a straight up Family Dollar extension cord. The whole laptop just went black and died.
It just went out.
And I was on a roll. I was like, no. And I looked at my camera. I said, wait a minute, I ain't even up here no more. What happened?
we was in the chat like, what happened?
Hey, you know what? One thing I don't think anybody mentioned it. One thing I do suggest that you spend some money on if you need to is something good to store your footage. We have lost footage on bad hard drives before, on bad storage devices. I have one brand now. It's the only brand I will use. I hope they don't never take the price up again, but if they do, I'm gonna have to go with it because it's the only one that's never failed me. But that's worth it because you do a whole bunch of vlogging and lose a bunch of footage. Don't nothing hurt like that, man.
So do you still need that if you recording from a phone?
No, if you're recording and you editing from a phone, right? If you editing and recording from your phone, no, you don't. But if you're working with having to move footage around from a laptop, and then I don't want my laptop bogged down with the stuff forever either. So once I get done with the series, I'm moving it from my laptop onto that device, and I'm done. I'm getting it away so that it frees up space on my laptop. So
can you use that from a phone? Because I don't want all that stuff on my phone either.
I have never used it from a phone. I don't know. Can you? Anybody else know that? But uses hard drive from a cell phone.
I think
plug your phone into your computer and then transfer it to the external hard drive.
Well, the problem is with that, make sure that S is on a very stable platform because we had a 16 terabyte hard drive which had all of our footage, not just YouTube, personal stuff from years ago.
Okay, so like you know how Scott dropped his drink before the match game and broke his laptop? I dropped my hard drive and lost all my footage.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So but
anyway, the external hard drive we like
gotta get
like to take it off the computer.
That one,
take your phone and plug it into your laptop, transfer it there, and then into the hard drive.
Yeah, so back it up, back it in. I came to win. Battle. Never mind.
No, I was just gonna say,
somebody got it.
All right.
We always use
man. Y'all please don't
wait. Tanya try to move on.
No, I'm good. I'm being considerate of y'all time. I'm good.
No, I spend a lot of money on equipment. I got an external hard drive. I've never even taken it out the box. I got this microphone. I got other cameras. Just once you find something that works, don't get caught up with the Best Buy ads and the other YouTubers that's talking about all this tech stuff. You know, just get what work for you. That's my thing with equipment.
I agree. The external hard drive is important because it stores all the crap you've had prior, and you don't have to clog up your laptop.
Yep.
shoot, the way things going, I'm gonna add a little bit. You got to get with what you're comfortable with. First, you got to do your research so you know what you're putting your hands on. Like I said, you can go out and buy $1,000 car. If you don't got no driver's license, you ain't going nowhere fast.
Well, he has to learn how to use some of the when it comes to blogging. That's why y'all haven't seen any content from Timmy. Even though he got the little gimbal thing that Bill told us about. Oh, he was talking crap. Yeah, he on the icon with the thing. I'm like, okay, well, go ahead and record. Y'all ain't seen no content yet.
The DJI 3, yeah, hell yeah.
I do remember hearing we was gonna get a Timmy version and a Tanya version of the icon blog.
That part.
It's coming, y'all. It's Timmy coming. Don't worry about it, Timmy. We know it's coming.
Oh my Lord.
We know it's coming, Timmy.
Thank
you. You don't see any Chris content. You see Liz content because
Liz content.
Well, it's usually one person on the channel that like does it all, right? Like, isn't that normal?
That's her.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Well, then let me ask that because there's 2 other couples here. So me and I, who does most of it?
For us,
meet night.
Oh, meet night. Sorry.
What? The recording?
Well,
yeah. Well, no, this is the channel period, or is it a shared effort?
Well, the stress, I take on 100% of the stress, okay? Because I have to, I'm for real. Like, people don't understand. Like, yeah, he probably does all the videos and stuff like that. I probably did. How many? 2, 1.
You did that wonderful wedding. I believe
you did that wedding.
That's my first one. But Emma does most of ours, though. Seriously, I have to give him that.
And she wants to do more, but she can't edit my vision. Now, if she records everything herself, then she can do it. But if this is like me, I can't edit. I can't edit Ray's video because I'm not there to see what he meant to capture. Panning down, cut this, cut here. So like you can only with people like I pay somebody to edit my video. That's to me is cheating. Like, no, you record, you edit. Now again, so I do majority of the videos. Me is the CEO or the executive director of Reels and Shorts.
Okay.
So I do long form.
Okay, and she does the social media, the TikTok.
Her reel she did the other day got over 125,000 views on it. Very good. And you can't tell her nothing. You can't nothing. You can't tell her nothing.
Right.
Real
and it's 135.
See,
get it right. Don't shortchange her. 135.
Exactly. but I do think though, it's just my opinion that if there are 2 people, I think that it could be a balance because I think sometimes that one person may be taking on too much, and to everybody else, y'all, you may view it one way. But I'm here. So to me, I know what he's taking on. I know he's doing too much. So it's so many videos. I was like, let me do it. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't feel I'm capable.
No, I know you're capable. It's just like
let your partner do more.
You can't see. You don't know my vid. Like,
Ray, you
can't feel me. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm the one who's recording. So when I record things, I'm recording certain things. You may see that like, why he got this there? Delete. I'm like, no, that was the key thing. The intro, the swing, the bird chirping, panning down. Like, she don't know that. And so I had to sit behind her, like, keep that. It's like, that's because I might well just go ahead and do it.
So, okay.
Yeah, but alleviate some stress.
So okay, Chris and Liz.
I mean, to me and I's point, I do a lot of video. Liz does a lot of video.
So here's the thing.
She runs this shit. And the story. I am not shy to admit that.
No. I agreed to this channel if he would participate and own it, and I didn't have to do all the work. He does not edit. He gets impatient when trying to learn how to edit. He was supposed to run the Facebook and the shorts and the Insta and everything. And I'm like, you own that, and he doesn't do it, so I have to do it.
Cheers.
He sits and does.
I'm sick of it.
He just shows up.
Yeah, but you know what? She is way better at doing this shit than I am. So besides the fact that I don't have the patience
At the end of the day, it's teamwork.
and stuff like that, I take a lot of pictures. She does the videos, she does the editing, she does everything. And yes, I said I was going to participate, but I realized I don't have the patience for this. So whoever does the editing, everybody on this video, not me, that does the editing, that takes so much time, so much effort. You have to put in the little snippets when you're doing the videos. You have to edit the videos. And the amount of stuff that goes into that, any content creator that does that by themselves or with a couple, man, it's amazing. You don't realize, and I'm thinking, oh, look, we can shoot videos and we can put them out there and people are going to like it. And then you get people like Liz and everybody else on this panel that does all the hard work. And it is ridiculous. So I think that's one of the first things that people starting a YouTube channel need to know. And this shit ain't easy. It's really not. There is so much stuff that goes into it. You will. And it's not easy. I mean, so you get the little YouTube turds and the TikTok turds that post a video and they're like, oh, look, I'm famous. Yay! It's not that easy. Putting the ass into what you want to do is a lot of work. So yeah, that's bad.
Okay, let me just say something.
Yeah, no, sorry.
I think if people want to start a YouTube channel for fun, that's great. But if you're trying to, like, once you get to the point where you're monetized and you're trying to make it big, you have to understand it is another job. It's a second job. You're doing it before work, after work, you're grinding. Like, it really is a lot of work, and you can't just, show up. You got to put the work in.
You can't do a Chris and say, oh, look, this is easy. I'm going to go on YouTube and do shit. You can't, I mean, Scott will attest to it. Everybody else will attest to it. It's much harder. And I'm being stabbed in the leg to shut the hell up right now. The things you don't see off camera. This is Liz right now. Stop talking. Shut up, Chris. Shut up, Chris.
That is funny.
My leg's bleeding. She's poked me so hard to shut the hell up.
Well, I think that if when you have multiple people trying to do the channel, to sort of balance it out. So, for instance, Anwar, you said, well, she can't see my vision because you're recording because you're seeing what it is that you want to put together. But what about communicating it? Can you communicate your vision to her? Do you think?
No, I gotta go with Anwar.
It's like if you a seamstress, you can show someone how to make a dress, but you really can't walk them through every single thing. Like when you as a content, again, that's another thing people need to decide. Now I make this real quick. Are you a content creator or just a vlogger? People make content. True. Actually go through what Chris and Liz just said. You go through the ups and downs, the stress, the editing, the vlogging, the put together. When I sit down, like so we're not going live for a few weeks. I'm gonna sit down and try to clear all the videos on my phone. Don't bother me, don't touch me, don't do anything. Let me alone and let me just create. I don't need anything else. So like those who create, who make content, it takes a different type of monster or beast who just sits down and go through dead space of, hey guys, I'm with Tommy and Timmy, and then I'm over here with like out that little space, slice, elite, meat will keep that stuff. Average person will keep that stuff. I'm very particular about by space, extras, gaps, this and that, skips and burps and stuff like. So no, you can't teach that. You gotta do it. Now again, me can record all the content she wants. She said, Anwar, Saturday we're going to a birthday party. I want to record it. I'm not gonna be like, no, that's my job. If she want to record it, she record it, and she can edit because she put together. But if I record something, I gotta put together.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah, I see y'all over there.
Yeah.
He was like staring you down in the corner. What happened?
Because he know I agree with Anwar. Like, you can't communicate to somebody what your vision is for the video. Like, once you sit down and you get and it's crazy. Because any little thing can throw you off and just like, do we lose y'all?
Yeah, for a second.
We back.
It just spot
you back.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I agree that we like once you in that zone and you're the person that's doing the editing, like, you can't really communicate that to somebody else. You got to do that yourself, and you got to put your own time and energy into it. Because if I sit there and try to communicate it it's gonna take 10 hours longer than it would normally take. So that
I have.
And
can I say something? Oh, you finished, Keith?
Yeah.
Go me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me be the devil's advocate. Do you feel like that possibly the next person probably can put out something that will elevate us as a channel? Like, I may have an idea that in my head I feel like that's it. That's what it'll take. Let me do it. Do you feel like if it was reversed and maybe I did a few, it may not work. I may not be that content creator that you're thinking in your head, but have you thought about like maybe like allowing it or let me try?
Yeah,
like Reels is cool.
I don't doubt that at all. I think
No,
that
I don't.
that's quite
It's not like I
possible.
don't think she can do it, or
But
like
what
Ray
we have
can't
figured out
do
that
it,
works
or
the best
whoever
for
can't
us
do it.
so
I'm just
far
thinking,
is
if I'm
not
recording
comfortable.
it, I'm recording it with a certain vision in mind. I'm recording things because I see something. I can't tell you every little thing that I see.
Mm-hmm.
If I do, I'm at to sit down with you with my phone, like, see right there, keep that. Ooh, and keep that. It's like by that time, like she said, I could have just did the video and been done with it. Unless it's in the purpose of the video for me to record not basic stuff, but like standard content, chorus, splice, then she can split it again. But if I'm in the zone, like we on a cruise, no. Because I see certain things, the transitions I got in mind, I want to splice it here. Some things are doing purpose. So no, I don't think you can teach that. You can show someone how to do it, but no, you can record something, people got to record themselves. Like, I don't see how people let other people record their content for them.
No, I get that part. I mean, like, just doing, like, you, like, if I were recording something from beginning to end, like, not you just being at all. Like, yeah, I did one video, but what if I just did more, if I start doing more?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I
No, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I agree with Anwar. You have to be in a zone. Like, a lot of non-content creators will hit me, Rod, you going live tonight, Rod, you shooting a video. No, I have to be in a zone. I have to, and it could be listening to certain music, it could be taking a walk, but I have to be in a zone. But going back to what Liz and Chris say, you have to keep this fun, because I can tell you right now, with the whole Points Blank network,
very crazy.
Probably from the moment my feet hit the floor in the morning until I go to bed, I'm not thinking about YouTube. I'm not living YouTube, but in the back of my mind, subconsciously, I got ideas that are going on. I was up to 3 this morning doing thumbnails for a channel that I want to see grow. Would the average person do that? Would Rod normally do that? No, but once I got multiple channels, I have to stay ahead, because if I only focus on PBT, and that's one thing I would not recommend. Do not create multiple channels until you get one solid.
Please don't.
One solid channel, because it's fun and it's cool when you're at the airport and you say, yeah, man, I'm a YouTube. I got 3, 5, 17 channels. But when you go home and have to put that work in, it's a whole different beast. And I was just sitting here listening to everybody, just listening at this panel. My biggest joy with YouTube is the different personalities. Tanya and Timmy, Liz and Chris, Scott, and Warmeet, just hearing different ideas. Like, I'm looking at the comments. Big Dre is dropping so much knowledge in the comments. You could just read the comments and start a YouTube channel. Really, if you just listen to what Dre is saying. But just please, man, it's hard. Like, I know investing, and that's fun. That's actually, investing is my favorite channel, not Points Blank Travel, the investing channel. But then I might get a wild hair. I want to talk about what Deion Sanders is doing with the Colorado Buffaloes. But that takes a lot of work, man. Like, and Anwar and me, they have 2 channels, Sipping with Me Tonight and Me Tonight. Is it hard, Anwar and me?
Absolutely. But you're trying to decide which content gonna go on what channel.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
TNT Connection, event yours. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. So
and Scott working by 5 of them up there.
yeah,
Scott by himself and about 3 with somebody else.
See.
That, I mean, we haven't heard much from Scott tonight, but I'll tell you, this dude is on everybody's channel all the time. I mean, the amount of advice we get from Scott is amazing, and we value that input, you know, because he knows what the F he's doing. This is what he did in a prior life, and the fact that he's on YouTube doing it again for himself is super cool. And the information you give us, Scott, it is amazing. It's valuable, and we so appreciate it. We really do. I mean, so a lot of people, they're like, oh, he's only got 1,200 subscribers, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. This dude knows what the hell he's talking about. And if he gives you information, value it. And I want to see Scott at like 1 million subscribers, because the amount of Go ahead.
No, I was just to say, I think that's one thing people need to know. Subscribers don't matter past 1,000.
Nope.
Because you could have 20,000 or 1,200. It's, are they watching?
Yep.
Right. So your content has to be compelling that people are watching it. It doesn't matter how many subs you have.
Yep. And to add to that, just because you get a shitload of subscribers doesn't mean you're happy. Me was happier. I know PBT said this all the time. PBT, back when he had 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, had more people watching, more loyal supporters back when he had 2,000, then probably then he got almost 4. Me had more stronger, I would say probably stronger supporters at 3,000, trying to get to 3,000 than we do now at 7. So don't get caught up in subscribers thinking that's going to make you happy, because the more subscribers you get, the more work you got to do. And then you get a live stream. What happens if Tanya gets get rated by 1 million people? The average person can't even keep up with 1 million people in a live stream. Average person can't keep up with 30 people in a live stream. So don't get caught up in all that fake success and all the other stuff, the glitz and glamour come with it. Like, master and appreciate where you at right now. When me had 2 people in our live stream, we was happy. And then when we got 10 people, we managed 10 people. Then we got 20 and 30 people. We managed that. Master the small steps. Don't get caught up in numbers and try to do this and then using other people's number and success and as your success and thinking you just that. Like, no, none of that makes mean anything. If you're not having fun, you're not happy, 20,000 subscribers ain't gonna mean anything to you.
It's funny you said it, and I just wrote down counting numbers. Counting numbers will kill you. Now, I made more revenue with 1,400 subscribers than I do with 4,000. I'm telling you, I had a birthday live. I made $1,800 in one night. Now I'd be lucky if I made $8. I mean, seriously. And I started counting numbers, and I got mad. When I created Investing with Rob, which used to be Point Blank Finance, I compared the 2 channels. They were different channels. And like Anwar said, when I had a loyal following, people all over the place. Now, people will get burnt out. People will get burnt out on you. If you're not creative and you're not bringing that heat, your loyal subscribers will become unloyal very fast.
Very quick.
I don't know what happened. I remember when Super Chats just was the thing. Now, the
good old days, right?
Man, I remember starting a live stream. Before I even started, I had a $500 Super Chat before I even hit record. And I'm sitting over here like, Mark, whoa. I forgot what I was about to say. I forgot what I was about to talk about. But now, once you start counting numbers and getting too big for your britches, and in case y'all ain't country, if you get the big head and thinking you are all that, you may as well dig a hole and jump in it, because that's where you're going to end up at. Just be humble. Like, I love watching. I'm going to use Tanya, for example. Do y'all know it took me 10 minutes to find out what time this was starting, because she had 85 upcoming videos ready for the rest of the year. I mean, seriously. And it is crazy, man. I could say, don't get the big head. Don't count numbers. Be like Anwar said, be happy where you are. If you got 1,500 subscribers, embrace that. 5,000 may come, it may not come. I wanted the silver play button. I'm gonna have to go and buy one somewhere at the trophy shop because I may not never get one. But I'm happy where I am right now. I'm not competing with Anwar. I'm not competing with Scott or Liz and Chris or Ray and Kiki. I'm competing with Rod. I'm competing with me. Can I be better?
Mm-hmm.
That part.
Right.
Well, I can honestly tell you this. I know y'all have people in the comments that are appreciating all the knowledge that you all are dropping today. So let me go through the comments real quick. I just want to say hey to folks that came in after we started, in addition to touching on some of the highlights and what people did agree with you all. So if you're still in here, we got Cruising on High Seas, Shay's Adventures, Lisa J. Stocks, Keisha H., Cruz Valero, Travel Cake Trips, Karma Land for the Win, Etta, Yasmin. Yasmin says she's still learning about YouTube. What else? You got Erica. Hey, Erica. We got Alfredo saying hello. We got Beach. Sam Bourbon said on day one, they were scared to death of shaking in his shoes for their first video. What a mess it was. You got Big Family Expedition. You got Sledge in the house. He says this panel is fire. We got Famous from Rooted in Essentials. You got Kimberly. You got Bill, Warm Strong Adventures. You got Susanna. You got Dre and Michelle are here. Why are you going through ring lights, Raw? You trying to get that OnlyFans look? Keisha H said, yeah. Keisha, yeah, Raw, you do have that bright studio light going on. Travel Cake Trip said audio is key. Bad audio can make or break a video. Dre says gaming laptops are not good at all for editing 4K videos. So that's a nice nugget to know coming from Mr. Production there. Then you got Danny. Danny's in the house. TJ's Destination says, Scott, tell us about not how to spill your drinks on the laptop. Liam's in the house. He said, Team Android, Apple is the enemy.
Oh.
Yeah. Dre says, I personally prefer a custom-built desktop PC for editing. Most laptops can't compare to the workhorse of a well-put-together desktop. Which is true, especially connecting it directly into your actual Ethernet instead of using Wi-Fi, which can be spotty. Dre also said, I used to edit on my laptop, but since I've been building computers forever, I finally built a custom PC for editing only. So you're going to have to drop some nuggets on that, Dre, for some folk who probably need to do that. Your favorite couple is in the building. Be quiet, Anwar. They not late. They was on time.
Just about
they on time. They was on time. Danny D said, Mr. Fuzzy Wuzzy. Liam is chiming in saying, how fuzzy was he? Then you guys see, I should have known that Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. I know they was going to chime in. Danny D, Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Who was Fuzzy Wuzzy? You know what? Liam, of course. Was he even fuzzy? You know what? Y'all just have too much fun in the comments. We got Big Family Expedition says, we still use the GoPro, no mics yet. Then you got Scott was in the chat the whole time. I need a sugar mama. Because, Lord, that thing is buku bucks. Were you talking about the microphone, Scott? You on mute, Scott.
The DJI 3 is.
Oh, the DJI. Ooh, yeah, it is. They went up. I'm fine with my DJI 2. I'm fine with that one. That's my travel one. That one was my, because it's small enough to go in your pocket and go around. It got the little card and be done with it. YOLO, but mine didn't cost as much as that DG3. I'll tell you that doggone much. YOLO's in the house. Happy Monday, YOLO. YOLO says she still uses her phone and she's irritated with the DJI. Dre says hard drives will fail you. Trust me, I know. Get a cloud storage service. He did speak on that on one of his videos in reference to storage. Have to go back to that. Yellow says, I honestly like basic selfie stick using my phone. Liam said, Timmy got to go back on the icon for that one. See, people talking about where your content. Danny says, Chris content would be sausage. Oh, wait, wrong show. This is not the match show, Danny. Les says, one person doing everything is hard. He agrees. Liam said one person who likes to talk is usually the one in front of the camera, and the other is the camera person. I disagree, Liam, because I'm on both. I'm in front of the camera and I got the camera. I'm trying to get this one. I'm trying to get him even just to work the comments. He told me the other day, no, you do this. I don't want to do all of that. Comments on the live.
I got to get good at cutting wheels first.
So Timmy ain't doing shit, is what you're saying. Right. I said Timmy ain't doing shit much like me.
Not a damn thing.
I'm just making sure we're on the same page. I don't do shit. I just
not a damn thing. No, see it with Steve. See it with Steve says, hey y'all, great group, folks, lots of knowledge. And let me see. Elisa said, great live. Dre said, well, I do everything myself and Michelle don't care. She just show up. Just show up. C said, focus on the numbers will bag you down. Definitely. All right. I think I'm not all the way down to the comments, but those are the ones that came in. Welcome. Why Loves Motivate. I just want to acknowledge those.
Yeah, yo.
All right. Now, there's one last thing I wanted us to bring up, and that was basically changes, improvements. Was there anything that happened specifically during the initiation of your YouTube moment that said, okay, definitely, I got to change this? Was there ever any moment that said, this is not right. I can't do this?
I think our background, the lighting and everything.
So we had a cool bar background when we started, but we looked like creepy people because the lights were down, it was shining over our heads, and Liz could not have any more to do.
So we said that, but the other thing was, I did not know how to look at the camera. I was looking.
Okay.
But the camera,
it's
right there. I don't like being on camera, so now I still don't know how to look at the camera. But I'm looking at the camera, and I don't like it. So anyway,
I don't know.
Minor things like that.
Yeah. Definitely things to, like, even when we do the yakety yaks, we now jack the camera up, so I'm not looking at the camera and then down at the notes, up at the camera. So I don't think it matters that much, honestly. Liz does, so we've adjusted it.
So you're not memorizing all that stuff, Chris?
Oh, hell no. Not a damn chance. It's on our laptop, and
of course she knows we have a prompter. Come on.
It's not a prompter. It's called a laptop.
All right, whatever.
There's no way I can do that. I'm a bird brain to begin with. To remember all that, it's not happening.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Ray and Key, y'all wasn't gone that long. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Actually, kind of related to the question where we got the boot for me. At first, I was doing everything, like literally all of it, and we had to find a way for us to share the responsibility, even if, like, Ray does not edit. We already talked about that, but it's so much other stuff that Ray does. Right now that we are getting into wanting to, do brands and stuff like that, Ray does all the pitching. Ray does all the background work. Ray does a lot of the computer stuff for the videos and the SEO and finding captions, like that kind of stuff. It's still stuff that he can do, even if you're not editing. That's kind of what I want to say. Like, find your way to still have a place in it. Even what you laughing at?
I would like to defend my editing. That's what I want.
Nothing is wrong with your editing. I'm not saying your editing is bad.
We ain't gonna skip over that.
I ain't said nothing bad about your editing.
You have to.
I didn't say nothing bad about that at all.
Do it, Stanley Brown.
No, but that changed. What was you gonna say?
Did I know how to edit?
I know you know how to edit.
Yes, you do, Ray, and you do
Yes,
a darn
he
good
does.
job too, my brother.
But I will say, so when initially I was doing editing, and it was cool. So then I showed Kiki how to edit on the program I was using.
Okay.
And she went from me showing her how to do that to what y'all see the spectacular videos we have today.
All
And
right.
so I will say that
Ray did teach me how to edit. I will give him credit. I learned from
but
Ray.
it's not even that. I'm not even gonna say. I'm not saying that so y'all know I saw
Ray
how to
said,
edit.
"Give me
But I'm
my
just saying,
props."
Right.
But what I'm saying is like it's one of those things where we had to change the vision literally of the videos. And when that changed, when Kiki took over and I kind of switched roles, now you can see the improvements, you can see the changes in the videos of how far they've come from when we were sitting in the living room with dark spots all over the video because we didn't have the lighting in the living room wasn't good. We didn't have all these spotlights of what you see now, you know, with a different background, with the different this, different that. And so those changes had to happen in order for us to be where we are, because they hadn't, I'd probably be still kind of stuck doing it like the way I was doing it, and it wouldn't be, our channel wouldn't be where it is without Kiki. So,
No, thank
but I
you.
just want to say I can't edit. That's
You
all.
can edit. Yes, you can.
Be clear. Be clear.
Let's
Make
get
it
this
plain.
straight.
Make it plain.
Scott, did you have anything?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess as far as changes and improvement, I really haven't changed or improved much equipment. I mean, what you see is what I've had from day one minus the computer that I just showed you. I bought the same exact computer, so that same exact MacBook Air, I think it is, from 2012, 2011. I bought that same model, but I really think it's more about evolving with the content. You know, if you look at what I was doing when I first started, I was doing those daily cruise news, right? And that's because you want to get in front of everybody's face early on, and daily anything. I mean, daily
Right.
fantasy sports, daily posting on social media. I mean, daily anything is a grind. I mean, you think we're doing a grind now?
Yeah, but
Waking up every day and having a research cruise news and putting together and editing that same day to get something out that's fresh before other content creators do that.
right.
That's a grind, right? And I think seeing the changes and improvement to where I no longer, not that I don't want to, well, I definitely don't want to do that, where I no longer really need to do that, right? I can now compress that into a half-hour podcast on a Sunday or Saturday, on a Saturday, and I can still have a certain amount or a decent amount of people end up showing up to that show, right? Whereas early on, when
It'd be early though.
yeah, when it was early, I had to do the daily to get in front of people's face, and I think that is just understanding and improving with your channel as you grow as a channel.
Well, I can tell you, I didn't think people would be up that early watching. I'm like, it's
too.
10 o'clock on a Saturday, and I actually was awake, and I said, "Oh, here goes Scott. I could chime in." And I'm looking in, I'm like, "Oh my God, what are these people? Why are they up so early on a Saturday?" And then you got Chet and you and Elisa. And that one be out at like 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah,
like,
I just called one the other day. I was
Lord,
like,
have
"Whoa,
mercy."
you're
I'm
early."
like, I'm just turning over, getting the cup and they up there just as live and everything.
You know what is also really, really kind of fulfilling within kind of like the changes and improvement. You know, I thought for a little while I went away on this last cruise that I would like slip away and see who kind of noticed if I didn't have the Saturday and podcast, and maybe it would kind of just, I don't know, die off. Man, people were mad at me like, "Oh, you didn't even put anything on your community." Like, I was waiting. Like, what are you doing? Like,
People look for you. That's right.
and then on top of that, when I was on the cruise, and then all the people that were texting me about the Meet and I Awards, because I was on the middle of the cruise and I had internet some days I was doing the buy, and then people were like, "Did you know you were nominated for 4 Meet and I Awards?" I said, No. I was like, well, I got to buy internet. I bought internet. I got on your guys' live. I'm like, what is going on? People were texting from all over. So I think that, right, that also comes with improvement too, because I also looked at Bill, if you're still in here, right? Somebody like Bill last year who got nominated. I said, dang, Bill is so cool. He got nominated for Meet and Eye Awards, man. I hope I can be like Bill one day when I grow up. And then a year later, right? I didn't nominate myself. I didn't tell anybody to nominate me. I had no idea. And then I was getting all these text messages, you know, so I think that has a little bit to do with improving and realizing that, you know, everybody has that ability to improve. You just have to, you know, put your foot down and do it.
You're right. And you know, that's when you know, and it is good, and it doesn't mean that everybody needs to, you know, people to feel validated, but it helps and it's encouraging when you're missing and people are like, where you at? You know, I was on here, and it's funny though, because I can tell, okay, so like Ray and Key, y'all usually was every Sunday. Now I must have missed the memo that is every other Sunday.
That is every other Sunday.
So one Sunday I'm looking, going, wait a minute. I'm like, okay, I'm subscribed still, because you know YouTube been doing that. They'll drop you off from a subscription, and I'm like, the bell is on, so I'm notification. I'm like, now what time? Okay, so I'm looking back on the screen. I'm like, what the heck is it? And then finally, it was every other. And I was like, oh, I was like, should I send them an email? Do they not know it ain't up there?
Did they forget it's Sunday?
Look for you. And I think there was one time, me and I didn't know they was going out of town. And I'm like, where the SNL?
He called us and texted us.
Where the SNL at? We out of oh, okay. Okay, well, at least, but when people are used to that rhythm and that cadence, and then you're missing, then people are looking for you. You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, Chris and Luke, y'all go on live even when you on the ship. So you still have your usual. Now the yakety yaks, I catch those in multiple spurts because they come up whenever. Now, is there
no? They're out every Tuesday and Saturday.
Okay, so it's 2 days a week. Okay,
it's 2 days a week.
2 days. Okay, okay. Well, and then Rod was missing for a minute and stuff, and we like, where you at? Where you been? You ain't been no live, no nothing. And so when you see that, it is very encouraging. And it feels good to know that people are looking for you when you're not there.
You know what I was doing, Tonya? When I was missing, I was making changes and improvements.
Okay, you need to put up a post and say under construction or something. Be right back.
You know what?
You're right.
You're right. And you know,
out for lunch.
When I think about changes and improvements, you know, I want to go. I'm doing it twofold. I'm doing it forward and backwards. My changes and improvements are going to be forward and backwards, and I'm explaining that. As you can see, I have a different look. So this is the forward motion. I'm not where I was. I'm in a whole different area now. And I noticed with Point Blank Travel, I would record outside. I would be in the backyard. I would be in the front. I got a lot more traction, so I want to get back to that. But going forward, I wanted to change the look. And one of the mistakes I made going backwards, and I've been really watching some of my older videos and look at some of the stuff I used to do. I'm going to say this here. For me, YouTube is fun, but it's also a business. And for anybody that's out here asking people for subscribers or views or watch hours and trying to get monetized and say it's not a business, you go look in the mirror and say I'm lying to myself, because it's a business. At the end of the day, if you're trying to get monetized, it's some form of a business. So one of the things I wanted to do, and I was sitting up thinking while I was on my hiatus, sponsorships. Rod, what happened? What did you do? Right now, I was at work one day when I was working, and this guy said, Rod, what do you think about the Sapphire Preferred card, the Chase card? I said, man, I think it's a dope card. Well, I'm about to apply. And I said, oh, yeah, you should get it. And it dawned on me, I get $200 for every referral with Chase. Not to mention $200 times 9 per card with American Express. And I quit doing it. Worked so well, I quit doing it. Leaving money on the table. I also have sponsorships with some luggage company. I can't even remember their name. My FICO, Chat Flights. I'm gonna tell y'all, if you get an opportunity to do a sponsorship, I almost made a mistake. I met with these two guys. They were suited and booted, and I had a PBT T-shirt on. I think that Anwar and Meat had made. And they said, "Hey, Rod, we expected you to be in a suit." I said, "Why? Y'all want to talk to me? I didn't actually talk to y'all. I need to be in a suit. Y'all got the perfect suit." I mean,
You requested my presence.
Right.
These people offer me 35 cents if someone just go to their website and use my link. I say, "Man, I don't know about that. That's not any money. Do y'all know I was making like $1,000, $1,200 a month for people?" Oh. And I made it sound like it was my company, but it wasn't. It was all about presentation. And I'm like, yo, now you will rarely hear Rod say he want to be like anybody. I don't want to be like Michael Jordan. I don't want to be like LeBron James. But I did say I want to be the Tyler Perry of YouTube. I want channels everywhere. Tyler got shows after shows after shows after shows. And he making money. So right now, I can tell you, if everybody on this panel, all the YouTubers, like everybody on this panel sitting with me tonight, Scott, Ray and Kiki with their Motivate, everybody over here can have sponsorships. It's just Googling and reaching out to these places and see, okay, if I'm doing this, yeah, I'm gonna have fun, but why not? What if I see a new jacket or a new suit that I want? I'm gonna let YouTube buy it. Why should Rod spend his hard-earned money? I'm retired. I ain't got no hard-earned money. I'm like Tommy L. Martin. I ain't even got a job. I mean, you know, that's my 2 cents, man. Go out there. Do not leave money on the table. Have fun. If you don't want to make money, that's fine. If you want to bake cakes and cupcakes and cook oxtails, then do you. But Rod gonna get paid. Rod gonna get paid. And the 2 things I do free, and let's play dominoes, and I can't mention the other one because I'm on Tanya and Timmy's page.
Yeah.
Well, you got a Yankee hat on, so you got to do something to make money so they can buy somebody else.
You said they can.
They got to buy another star player. It's the Yankees. They buy championships. Sorry, Rod.
Oh, well, man, it's just one of the hats. I just match the hats with the clothes. I don't necessarily like the team.
Hey. Wait, what's on your hat anyway?
It say New York, Tanya. We know you from Brooklyn.
Okay. No, I see your logo is small. So what's wrong with the Yankees?
No, I love them. I was cheering for the team. I tell you what's wrong with them.
She said, "Oh, okay then."
Locked and loaded. Just matching your clothes, like.
Tell you, they got to the World Series and let everybody down. They got to the World Series and the Dodgers just ran up in them like a.
That's what New York do. You know, man, me got $365 worth of parking tickets.
Man, more than that, probably.
What?
I ain't never going back to New York. New York won't see me. They got to pay for me. I ain't never.
Let me guess, you parked on the wrong side.
They gotta pay for me.
Every week we get a new ticket.
Every week we get a new ticket. We just got one Friday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh my God.
One for $33 and one for $37. I'm like, how's it 33? Like, where did the 33 come from?
We definitely up to about 400.
We up to about $400 ticket. And they come in every week. And that meetup was when? September.
Yep.
And it's still coming. August.
Ooh,
never going.
Oh my God.
You got to get that money to buy them dirty franks.
No, they know y'all. They know y'all from out of town. They like, you ain't coming all the way up here for $33. Just go on and pay it. Just go on and pay it. So, I guess Sky had to eat. Scott, let me get through these comments real quick, and then just want each of y'all to say what y'all got coming up, and then we gonna get up off of here. So you got House of X that question: if your partner, whoever you can't see your vision, who does the business other than you should be able to explain to them, see your vision. Oh, okay. He's making a statement, not a question.
I think the vision for the channel is different from the vision for a video. Like that
is true. That's true. Vision for your channel is one thing. That should be a communication, especially if you have a partner. Talk about what's the, and that's one of the things. That's one of the things I want to say is your purpose. I'm very into what is your purpose of anything that you do. Anything that you do, especially, you know, when you're old in life or whatever, and you begin to realize, we're not talking about when you're young and you're trying to figure stuff out, but when you're figuring stuff out, what are you doing? What is your intention? What's your purpose for it? What's your purpose for your channel? What's your purpose for, you know, keeping a circle of people around you? Because let me tell you, it feels good to me when I have people that I can reach out to, or people that I associate myself with, people that I'm friends with, people that I'm in a network with, that can help me grow. That because if you keep people around you that you pouring into them and into them, who gonna fill your cup, right? So my whole thing is, if you don't have people where you can say, "Ooh, really? Ooh, thanks for that information. That helps me out." Because guess what? Now you fill up my cup, I can fill up somebody else's cup. I can fill up somebody else's cup. Then they can fill up somebody else's cup. Each one teach one, right? Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Time. Oh, there it is. Okay.
You know, so purpose.
Scott ran into the basement. What?
No.
They saying free Scott.
Right.
Free guys.
We was just talking. We were just closing out, Scott.
Oh, I heard. I was in the basement. I heard.
Oh,
everything.
okay. You can hear.
I
Okay.
heard it
Okay.
all. I heard
But for me, it's really about my purpose. I had a purpose for this channel. It ended up being much more fun than I thought it would be. But my longevity, my whole purpose of this channel is for, this is what you call it, honey, our retirement plan. So our retirement plan is not YouTube. Our retirement plan is a tasting bar, you know. And so this is like sort of things that just get me and us accustomed to certain things. I love to entertain and so forth. And the YouTube helps me with my public speaking. I said that before. But that's something personal. So there's an intention for everything. Things get scheduled out because I'm intentional and I have a purpose of why am I doing this channel? Why am I putting these videos out? There's a reason for it. So I think that it's important for people starting a YouTube channel to have a purpose. Like you said, Liz, is it for fun? Is it for money? Is it for networking purposes? Is it for school? Is it for work? Is it, hey, I love the work that I do and I just want to share this information out? Or I have a consulting company and I want people to know and hear what I know, so they want to reach out to me and get more in detail of what I can offer them, you know? So those are the things that I also feel that is important for a person that's looking to start a YouTube channel, and it is purpose. Because if you don't have a purpose, then you'll be all over the place. And then there'll be no growth and no fun, actually. So, let's see.
But let me add on to that also.
Yes.
You don't necessarily have to have that purpose to start your channel. Like you can get started. Like just get like me, our purpose, the things we're doing now with the YouTube, the cruise, the channel blessing, like we didn't have that for a whole year and a half when we started our channel. Like we walked into the purpose, or God led us into this purpose. We didn't have anything. We just knew one thing, but you're like, think about the catchment. The catchment started off one thing, and now they started this thing, and now they here now. The Griffin started this way. Like everybody, when I first started watching Your Favorite Couple, there was no touring houses in Houston and stuff like that, whatever. And now there's this big travel channel. So your purpose can change. So you don't have to be locked. That's why I don't believe in niches and stuff like that, whatever. Like you're not one dimensional. You multi-dimensional, whatever it's called. Like start, get where you're going, and God may lead you. Come on, Ray. Come on, Ray, with the word. God may lead you to a whole nother purpose, because what we're doing right now wasn't anything what we wanted to do. My daughter has a YouTube channel. I almost got 800 subscribers. But when she started her channel, she was doing something different than what she's doing now. Now she's mastered what she's doing now. So get started. You'll figure it out as you go. You figure out what, just like little kids, put your kids in baseball, put them in soccer, put them in basketball. They'll figure out what's their strong suit, and they excel in that. But don't just get caught up in I need this in order to do this. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like it's like college, you know,
you'll never do it.
Major till they senior year.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, if I can add something to that too, we have a mission statement for Team Reach Travels. It's something that we've had since the very beginning. And it's something that's true to us. And it's not specific. It's what our videos are going to be about or who we're going to reach with videos or anything like that. It's specific to who we are and what we want to do with whatever we do in life. And so our channel falls into our life. So if whatever we get, our mission is to be a blessing, to serve the underserved, and to have fun while doing it. If at any point we doing our channel and we outside of that mission and what we doing ain't falling into it, we ain't on the right track. We got to regroup. We got to come back. We got to do that changing and improving you was talking about, because now we done got off track with what we said we set out to do. So, and I agree, you ain't got to have that right when you start. Right. But if you at least know what you want to do, not just what your channel want to be, not just what you want your videos to be about, but what do you really want to do with your life, and why are you doing what you're doing in everything, not just YouTube. Make your YouTube fit into that.
But it also comes back to what PBT said and what she just said. You gotta know who you are as a person first.
Yeah,
that's the problem. People get on YouTube and they it's just like, how can I say this? Where I've been, it's like, I'm part of a fraternity, right? One of the greatest fraternities of all time. It's the greatest fraternity of all time, Alpha. But when I pledged this fraternity, I had an identity before I joined. Come on. So when I joined, I wasn't just another follower that just, hey girls, look at me, I'm an alpha, come date me. Hey, I'm not that cool guy on campus that got girls and got popular because they had these Greek letters on. Right. I was always a cool person before. So that didn't change me. Some people, they don't have an identity. So they get around people and they attract their identity because they didn't have none. And so now when college is over with, they're like, what do I do now? I don't know. I don't know who I am. So people get on YouTube and they don't know who they are as a person, and they just make content and they just do this and they just do this and they do that and they biting off this and they biting off this person because they had no identity. So like she said, you gotta know who you are, because if you know who you are, I know no matter whatever God takes Team Reach Travels, they're gonna be true to their morals. But if you don't have morals and you don't know who you are, you will you eat boogers for super chats and stuff like that. You all type of crazy. These people in social media do the craziest things for a view. Because they have no identity. All platforms. They're just out doing whatever to get a view. And we're not going to change that. So again, you don't have to have a focus, but you got to know who you are, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do as a man and as a woman, and then everything else will fall into place.
And you got to be yourself. You always have to be yourself. If people don't like you for you, screw them. That's my personal view.
Go to another channel. Don't worry about it.
I'm a weirdo. I got so many tics. I got so many weird things I do. And if you don't like me for me, I don't care. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing. I look at it with the YouTube channel. If you don't like what we're doing, don't watch. But I'm a weirdo. And so be yourself. You've got to be yourself in life. And it kind of rolls over to the YouTube channel. Be yourself. If people like you, they'll follow you. If they don't, they won't. And if you're concerned about the people that are not following you, you may not be doing this for the right reasons.
That's right.
Do what you do. Enjoy yourself, and enjoy the people that enjoy you. That's what makes you
enjoy yourself.
Yeah, enjoy yourself. I'm a weirdo, and people look at me like, you do some dumb shit. I'm like, that's okay.
I love it.
That's you. That's me. You don't like me.
Yeah, it's an audience for everybody.
Right. Absolutely.
So if you don't be yourself, people will see right through it. People will see right through the fakeness. If you're not yourself, they will see right through it. A lot of people say, Rod, you cocky. No, I'm not cocky. I'm confident. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. I'm not cocky. I'm confident. I believe in myself. And, you know, I think one of the things that people fail to do on YouTube is they get so good they don't want to take advice from other people. I'm always open to advice. I'll call Anwar Meat your favorite couple, Tanya and Timmy about to be on the list. I'll call anybody. Hey man, what do y'all think about this? Big Drake called me. We talked one time. I forgot who called who. I'm open. I'm always open to hearing new stuff and new things. And another thing, people don't get stagnant on YouTube. What I mean by that is don't get stuck. Pivot, repivot. If something's not working, come up with something else. If that's not working, come up with something else. Keep doing it until you get what is working for you. But it got to work for the people. It's got to work for you, but it's got to work for the people, because without viewers, none of us are anything. If I'm just watching my own videos, I mean, I'm gonna have what, 3 views, 4 views, whatever, how many channels I have, but you have to, you can't become stagnant, you know.
Right.
I agree, but I mean, I stick to you gotta be yourself, and that's
most definitely.
Yep. You gotta adapt, but you gotta be yourself. Both are. It's a fine line, man. It's a super fine line of, oh, what do I do for the next person? And I don't want to do this because I'm me. Yeah, it's tough. I agree, Rod.
I just think authenticity is like the most important thing you can do in life.
Yep.
Whether it's on YouTube or in person, is just be authentic.
And everybody here does that. We watch each other's videos every day because we're watching the authentic person that's doing it. We're not doing it for a facade or anything like that. We're doing to have a good time, and because there's a whole lot of good people on this screen. And that's why I love this community, much like her.
Do y'all sell merch like that? Is that y'all like y'all shirt design that y'all do? Or?
Oh no.
Yeah. No. We wore this for Tanya. She loves the black and gold, so we did the black and gold tuxedos because we are guests.
I said, but I seen that type of shirt on y'all
white and
before.
black.
Like, do y'all have merch that y'all sell, or that's just something y'all?
Oh, we do.
We do have a shop that nobody buys anything, but
Tanya got one. Thank you, Tanya.
But those shirts for sale?
Amazon.
No, yeah, these are on Amazon. Yeah,
Amazon.
Oh, okay.
No, we wore this because we know her colors. So.
No, I thought y'all had merch like that y'all was selling clothes from. Okay.
They should.
Not with this. It has the Carnival Cruise Addicts logo on it, but
they should.
They should.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, for the sake of everyone's time, there's only 4 minutes left, and I want to use this time for you to just say real quick what y'all got coming up, if anything very exciting, very big, or just normal. Just everybody just take their turn. Chris, Liz, what you got?
Well, we do a live every Friday with Scott from Controversial Cruising and Greg and Michelle from Cruise Life TV. We do match game on Friday nights. We do live. Yep, match game.
We do our Sunday live.
And then Sundays at 5
You might know this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Not today.
But we do videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So Tuesday and Thursday, 4 p.m. we do a video, and then Saturday at 12, and that's our schedule every week.
Okay. And Sunday, you're live.
Well, Sunday's live, yes, sir.
5 o'clock.
We're not good at self-promotion.
It's okay. Meet and I.
Well, first I gotta say, Nettie and JT said that they was watching us. I can't see the comment now, but they was watching us back when we was doing weight loss.
I think I
wow!
Yeah.
Shout out to Nettie and JT. Had no idea, so shout out to them. Wow. Anyway,
so we typically go live every Saturday night at 8:30. This Saturday we will not be live, but we will be dropping a.
Well, we got it's a charcuterie board vlog that we did like 3 weeks ago. We just not getting around because now the whole meet nine voting thing fiasco is out the way.
Right.
We can focus on that. So that should come out hopefully Saturday. And we have a movie from our Mexico series from Guadalajara. We went to Tequila, Chapala, and all that type of stuff. So again, you like long content, like 2 hours long. Again, feel free to tap in and catch that. But besides that, only we got going on now, full steam ahead is the Meet Now Wars, January 11 at 7 p.m. We're gonna be filming that, and that's gonna be our entire focus. We're gonna be having a business meeting. Shout out to Kayla Marr and Team Reese for having sit down and talk. So we're gonna have to discuss our plans for 2025. Yeah. But that's it. We got some cocktails for Sipping With Me now coming out for Thanksgiving and some for Christmas. Not no long term, just reels. So be on the lookout for that channel, and then the Meeting Now Awards for this channel. And besides that, go to our website, shopmeetnow.com. We got Meeting Now Award shirts on there for sale. And besides that, that's it, man. We appreciate everyone that's been listening to us. Hopefully y'all learned something from us. Tap in, if you're content creators, let us know. We'll tap into you. We support each and every last one of y'all. Like what everybody's doing on this screen. Yeah. We rock with Rod heavy. We love everything Scott's doing. Not too many people can come in 1 year and be nominated for 4 Meeting Now Awards. So we appreciate you. We watch not as much as Carnival Cruise Act, but we love y'all energy. So me and me just said we gotta watch them more. So we will be tapped in more to y'all. Thank y'all for being a member. Yes. And of course, Team Reese, love everything y'all do, everything y'all stand for. So again, y'all just go out there, be positive, be motivational, show people a different side of whatever it is. There's a million people that do cruise travels. Figure out a way to do yours different. There's a million people that do investing. Figure out a way to do yours different. Be you. And bring us into y'all life, and that's it.
And thank y'all for having us up. Well, this was great.
Oh, well, thank y'all. Thank you for being here. Scott.
So, what do I have? I have Wednesday, I do a Cruise Talk Live with my buddy Warmstrong Adventures, Mr. Bill. Over there at Warmstrong Adventures, we pick a topic and we talk in the cruise and travel world for an hour at what time is that? 7:00 Eastern. I'll do all the times in Eastern. Thursday, I do a Thirsty Thursday now, sometimes with Denise from Bone Tired Travelers or Kenny, the Ford Man. I also have a co-host, Jimmy, the Astute Tourist, too. That goes off at 7:00 on Thursdays, which is very, very fun, very interactive. Fridays with these guys here, Carnival Cruise Addicts and Cruise Life TV, and a special guest for the match game. On Saturday, I do my own little podcast. Oh, actually, yes, and Tanya and Timmy, they were both our special guests for the match game, I believe, a few weeks back.
Loved it.
No, it was fun.
Definitely, we're gonna have you guys back too. Believe me.
That's my kind of fun. I want to be there.
And hopefully, at one point or another, we'll have everybody on this that's on this screen on the match game too, as well as guests. On Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, I do a half an hour podcast with the 3 most controversial cruise topics in the cruise and travel industry during that week. And then we flip around to Monday, and then Chet from Sea Lake Journeys and myself and Elisa's Adventures in Cruising, we do a Conscious Cruiser, the Know Before You Go travel tips on all of the travel topics and cruise topics, the Know Before You Go approach to that. So, yes.
Let me say this. Anwar, don't you say nothing to me about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because there's my
I
own
see.
day. You just had Scott run down a whole 7-day work week right here. Thank you.
I see.
Not to mention, the man's got 2 jobs and he still does. I'm just saying.
I love it. Believe me. There's a lot of passion flowing through. This last year has been very special. So it's definitely fulfilling, and you guys all out there keep me wanting to do this. So yes. And I now will hand it over to someone who I've always said should have a podcast because I can sit down and listen to them for hours. I'm going to pass it over to Team Reese Travel.
Well, thank you, Scott. We appreciate that.
Thank you
I've
so
said
much.
that in so many of your chats. I've come in on the Sunday Shenanigans. You guys need to start a podcast. You guys,
you
have.
You're
talking about me? I don't think you're talking about me. No, I'm talking about you guys.
Well, you never know what you're gonna see, Scott.
Right,
just keep your eyes and ears open.
2025 is on the horizon.
Hey, so we are Team Reeds. We have Sunday is our day. I am Kiki. This is right. Sunday is our day for Team Reeds content on YouTube. We have a new video premiere, a new travel or cruise related premiere every Sunday at 5:45 p.m. Every other Sunday, we have Sunday Shenanigans, which is our live stream. We do a little bit of chatting about whatever cruise series we have going on. We talk about all things cruising, and we talk about the shenanigans. Yesterday, we talked about chitlins and gravy. It don't matter. Shenanigans, whatever comes up. But we end it with a little bit of motivation to kick you off for your week. So check us out. We are also active on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, posting shorts and TikToks and reels just about daily. So check us out on those platforms. And if you happen to check us out here on YouTube and you are not subscribed, we are very close to a milestone. So if you check us out and you like what you see, we would love it if you hit that subscribe button. Help us get a little bit closer to that next milestone. We would really appreciate it.
Just like that. That's all you got to hear.
All right.
Just like that. Bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having us as well.
Yes,
we definitely
absolutely.
appreciate it. Anytime anybody offers up their platform to give us a chance to speak, we do not take that we hold that in high regard. And so we appreciate being up here with so many amazing creators. And again, thank you, Tanya and Timmy.
Well, thank you. Thank you for taking your time out, your day and your week, especially your work week, to come sit with us. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Rob, PBT.
Well, I have quite a bit coming up. I'm going to continue to slowly move out of 2024 into 2025. And you best believe I'm coming out blazing in 25.
Okay.
I've done quite a bit helping the community with credit and travel and free travel. And now it's time to help people. I posted a thing on Instagram of Magic Johnson had a quote. You know, we're a lot of times we're late to the party. So you're going to see more from investing with Rod. And I want to get rid of that perception, that stigma that you have to have a lot of money to invest. I just invested right before this live, $10. Bought some crypto and I bought some stocks. So you're going to see more from that, probably more videos starting out, then I'll move into the live streams. On the Points Blank Experience, you're going to see more interviews. The crazy part, I was just looking. On the Points Blank Experience, I've interviewed everybody on this panel. And I had a blast, and I learned something from everyone on this panel. I learned how to be a better person, a better content creator. And I have JT coming up. I'm waiting on a response, hopefully this week, the original JT. And then what I really want to do with that channel is kind of get away from content creators and start reaching everyday people that can affect and change people's lives, whether it's a person at a hospital, whether it's a military veteran, whether it's a homeless person. You know, I want to move into that arena. And I saw Nettie and JT, they put a comment, you know, they only do videos because they're afraid to go live. I can tell you, Nettie and JT, my first live stream was on Facebook, not YouTube. Epic fail. I failed. It was so bad, I stopped it in the middle of it. And now I really only do lives. I don't do too many videos. Let that be motivation that if you fall off a horse, I can be a little country sometimes. You fall off a horse, you got two choices. You can lay on the ground and let that horse know you have fear. You can get back on that horse and ride it. I'm going to always get back on it and ride it. So that's what I have coming up. More content, more videos. I want to get away from the live streams, get back to the videos because a lot of people are proving, especially you look at catching culture, attention span, they're not 1 hour and 3 hours and 5 hours. They're somewhere between 60 seconds and maybe 8 minutes, maybe. Mm-hmm. And I want to get back to that. So that's what I have coming up.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you all, everybody, for coming this evening. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. You all have a fantastic evening, and I just want to give you all the cheers. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. And
thank you for having us, Tanya and Timmy.
Yes.
Yeah, Tanya and Timmy, I forgot. Thank y'all for the invite. I mean, man, you know, anytime like what Kiki just said, anytime I'm invited to go somewhere, I'm going to be there because it's another opportunity to share my light, to share my knowledge. But y'all didn't have to pick me. It's a million content creators out here. So the fact that I'm up here is a blessing, and I really appreciate y'all.
I agree, and thank you again for having us. We love watching your videos, and to be here with you, and we were invited here. We're honored, and thank you so much.
Hey, I got one thing to say. Dre and Michelle said, Rod, wrap it up. I tell you what, Dre and Michelle, I probably talk the least of anybody. between Scott and this is the least I've talked. So,
and it's good. We could have went a whole nother hour.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to be mindful of everybody's time. It's 2 hours, and I could easily go some more time. But
you know what? The haters gonna hate, the ballers gonna ball. That's all I got to say.
I'll drink water to that.
Chris was sipping. He was fine. All right, everybody. Well, everybody have a blessed evening. Those of you in the chat, if you didn't hit that like button, please do so. If you didn't subscribe, please do so. And chime into everyone that's on this panel. I'm pretty sure that they gave you a wealth of knowledge and a couple of things, especially for those you may know that's trying to start a channel, or those of you in the comments with a YouTube channel but not an actual channel. You might be scared just to get started, but just take some of these tips and just go ahead and do that. And with that, everybody,
hold up. Timmy got to give his nugget tonight. And I sat over here patiently for 2 hours, damn it. You got something to say. All right. Before we get off this live stream, I want to thank everybody for coming. But as we go on through the week, enjoy your week. Don't let the trials and tribulations pull you down. Don't let the man on the job, get you all bogged down. Live your best life. Make it a damn pretty Timmy moment. Make it a Timmy moment. What would Timmy do?
You good?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
I love it. Just so y'all
I
know,
got something to say.
Between me and Drake. I love Big Drake. Just so y'all know, but that's what YouTube is about. When people can say something and you don't take it to heart. I know I talk a lot, and I'm gonna keep on talking a lot.
Not where I went back to the
Look, well, we gonna get to going. Those of you in the comments, I think Miranda came in, Dark Theme came in. Thank you all for coming in. I just want to make sure I acknowledged everybody that stepped in here, and everybody have a good and blessed evening.
Everybody, good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye. Good night, guys.
Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the they done baptized the bad guy. Still don't follow religion. The fabric's not average. The cotton's Egyptian. 500 for the shoes come dirty, but the European. Less is more and less is the bank. Up the score, I pull up from trade. From the tray, I'm ballin' like trade. Do what I can, I do what you can't. I wrote this 30,000 feet up. 10 toes stay G'd up. I'm tryna get that type of wealth, like a house on the hills can't see us. Say the money still me up. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the they done baptized the bad guy. Still don't follow religion. The fabric's not average. The cotton's Egyptian. 500 for the shoes come dirty, but the European. Less is more and less is the bank. Up the score, I pull up from trade. From the tray, I'm ballin' like trade. Do what I can, I do what you can't. I wrote this 30,000 feet up. 10 toes stay G'd up. I'm tryna get that type of wealth, like a house on the hills can't see us. Say the money still me up.